I'll call the meeting to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Minutes. That's for Tuesday, August 12th.
Yeah, I read through them, and I can't find, I read on the web, and I found a couple, just typos.
Maybe just a clarification, but, really the fifth paragraph, about Greg Gary on those, maybe I missed it, so told the board they placed 20 mile per hour speed signs between 262nd and 258th Road.
He replaced them with 20 mile per hour speed signs. He replaced 30 mile per hour,
Okay.
he replaced 30 mile per hour with 20.
And what road is that, Sherman Road? What, I didn't see,
Well, between.
it just says between what's the north-south road that,
I guess I didn't get that either.
okay,
I took it, it's right there across between Kenny's.
is that Sherman Road?
Well,
Okay.
the road goes north, south. Now, I don't know which side of the road you're supposed to, whether they're going back to Sumner or they're going west. I don't know. I think it was right there at that corner on one of those intersections right there.
We should probably look, I think Jack and Matt are coming up on,
And then he said he put up like a kids thing, which I don't think was there before.
road along with Chilk Plain signs. If that's our road, we probably need a resolution on those signs if they weren't
Well, yeah, that's.
there before.
That's the first question that went through my mind.
Okay.
He said he put those in there, we need to verify with Jack and Matt that that's, and then pass a resolution.
So we just need to verify if that was Sherman Road, assuming it's Sherman Road that he's talking
That
about.
don't make sense why we put a kids sign up there.
I don't know, I would go ahead and make sure which road it was.
I may be wrong, because that doesn't make sense to have a kids sign up there.
Okay. I think that was about the only question I had.
Okay. I'll get that.
Oh, then,
Glad and is it Strobe or Strobel?
Strobel. Did I not spell that right again?
No, it just says Strobe. It's like down on page 2, towards the bottom. I think that was about the only thing that I was.
paragraph, on the first page, probably, I know it's kind of minute, but, be about, fifth paragraph or so down. I think we need to insert the word, Peggy also told the board.
Maybe also,
Peggy also told the board, it says, also told the board that need, and I think it should say they need.
Yes.
No big, not specific, clean up,
oh, they, okay.
just insert that. I thought I'd sound better on that, otherwise, I think. With those changes, Mr. Chairman, I would move that we would approve the Tuesday, August 12th minutes as amended there.
A motion, do a second?
I second that, Chairman.
All in favor, excuse me, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, 3-0. Any committee reports for the week?
I've got a third edition, I'm not very good at it.
You got, what is it?
Thursday at 2 o'clock.
Jake, okay.
That's the juvenile.
Okay.
Thursday at when?
2 o'clock.
City Council?
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't seen one of the, corrections, they canceled their last one, so I'll see them there. I'm not sure how that's going.
kneecap, those elements, that's not current, no, it's only gonna be
Chamber had a board meeting Wednesday, they nominated approved Derek Franklin to, the board. Chamber, yeah. They were short, I think they were short, a couple of people, either just people, the end of their term, or, leaving.
I have verification. Did you, when you signed, does that mean you approved this person? This is on,
Is that in the back?
that was in ethics. They're asking that, whether you actually approved it.
I don't think we have a motion.
Yeah,
Was that you explained that,
Yeah, so I just.
We need to notify them, right?
Yeah, I just need to notify, but
You want a motion?
I didn't want to do it unless.
Yeah, we need motions.
I didn't know if this was gonna make it go in.
so Mr. Chairman, I move that we appoint Gary Martin to the Ethics Guidance Committee.
Community corrections. Okay, right.
No, we just signed, but we didn't have a.
We initially did.
I second.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3-2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, please send notifications.
Okay, I'll send both of them.
Thank you.
Are we gonna wait for Albert, or is he coming out, or is he out?
I don't have any idea. The time's at 1:30, so.
Yeah, since it's not here, we can, since we're ahead, but we'll just wait here.
You got a copy of the revised?
Just, an email and what you showed me.
It'll be for this,
Sure.
at 1:30.
Yeah.
Courtney, we can do your bill.
Awesome. Who wants to get that?
This is summary. Which location is Ashton County Civil Defense?
Is there address at the very top?
Oh, Village of Island.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're still under Essex County Services.
I didn't realize that those use that much electricity for monthly basis.
weekly thing, we'll pick it up. So we got where we do.
Great.
So it doesn't take us as long as what two
Yeah.
weeks to, but this place.
Yeah, it's perfect. And then I know sometimes I'll get bills and I try to look at the date because I don't want to pay too early, so I find like which week is best to pay those. So is that great?
Everything's correct.
Yep, thanks, Ron.
He said this is all correct. I didn't sign it.
Have you guys heard anything else on the phone,
Pardon?
on the phone stuff for AT&T?
Martin Dillon?
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard anything. Probably a good question for Kyle, he's here today.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one more week, so we need to find out.
Mm-hmm.
total budget. So I think actually we can, we can get one or something like that. Cause that's the amount of money. Should be a monthly basis. Like I said, it's unfortunate. Thanks, Gordon. We scheduled at 1:30, but we don't have it here, we're ready for discussion on road closure. Vacating the road.
Did you get the updated resolution?
That was.
Single page.
I printed it
I
out.
don't know if that's it, it's the one I emailed Paul this morning.
Yeah,
This
I
was-
laid it on your desk.
Should be.
I gave everybody
You guys
copies.
see everyone copies?
Just on,
Larry,
email.
have you seen the final copy?
Saw one last weekend, Pat sent to me, but I think there was a correction you made, is that right, Pat?
The only thing is 68-102A is
Right.
in the paragraph that has a 58 notation in it, that's the only thing.
So I'm gonna ask that we postpone until I have time to have council review these changes.
I know you said the last time that you, so you haven't talked to your.
Yeah, but there's been changes since I've had time to talk.
Okay.
Oh, to the resolution.
Yep.
Didn't change, there have been two changes made, so.
Yep.
What are the two changes that?
The resolution numbers, I believe, or reference numbers,
It's just the statute numbers.
section.
Statute number, and then a little better definition of the location was, and then the easement for public utilities and stuff has been added since the original copy. Will you have something for us by next Tuesday, you think?
Yep,
Good.
yep, we'll either close it or we'll just have it open and we'll each build our own fence and we'll go on.
Good enough, if you're wanting us to postpone, I don't wanna move into something that's gonna cause more problems or whatever, so. I think we adhere to his request.
Do you go to the other side to have their comment on this or not?
They can, certainly, if they want to make comment, that's fine.
Say anything, Larry?
I think all, only changes I recall is that Mr. Henderson changed the statute references, and I think as Commissioner Williamson said, more specific legal description.
Well, I think you'd added that about make sure that the easements would stay.
Yes.
For utilities and stuff, which is.
That's what Pat recommended.
Okay,
I think that's the statute says that.
Okay, because that, I've got the original, what was earlier proposed, and that updated.
Sure.
I think that's fine, so.
matches,
Is that one you got, or
Big-
is that the same one you have, or?
No, I have the old statute number, and you just changed the new statute.
So there's a request to, request for delay to accept the resolution, to review, updated resolution to vacate the road.
If you've got any other concerns or changes, make sure that you package a copy and Larry gets a copy prior to next meeting when we come, so that we all,
Yeah, so everybody's up to
nobody's
date.
blindsided by stuff.
Yep, I understand what you do.
26th, be a week from today, Larry.
Yeah, so, I'm just trying to think. Holiday, on the 26th.
You want to, I mean, you want to put it, we can put it off another week too, if you want to.
That would be fine, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, we want you guys to, I mean, both parties to be
Agreeable.
agreeable, to I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
whether you want to, you know, that you're, you know,
September the second.
The second, so Tuesday after Labor Day.
you know,
You want to set, put that up on the agenda, you want to set it aside right now?
that's what, or you want 1:30?
1:30.
That's gonna work for everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I would give that much more time if there's any changes, I mean, just make sure to get submitted, so.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more important that Pat and Larry get
Copies.
the necessary guys, because Pat can always forward it to us and stuff, so.
Okay.
Till again.
Go in, all right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have you drafted anything for Larry's, stuff?
January.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
I haven't got, yeah. I
Okay.
haven't got it yet, but I got it.
Okay. Right, contact. Right, contact them.
Well, yeah, can we, is this something we can discuss at our, that meeting we're gonna have next week out there in Jackson County? Maybe start, that Northeast Kansas, did you get that? Well, you forwarded us, Pauline forwarded us the invitation, but it's on the 28th,
28th.
August 28th.
you know, next Thursday, all the commissioners from Northeast Kansas to meet Jackson County.
You will be your time or what?
Yeah, we can do that.
That was what, 9 o'clock start, right?
Mm-hmm. So is there Melissa and Nathan, or one of them from KC?
I thought they'd give us an indication how much the increase would be too.
I figure their full share split probably.
We'll split with all the others.
Three counties.
Jackson, Social County.
No, that's just three. I think Chase contacted you out, I think that's in Lake County. And actually, see House of Thunder Voice Director.
About joining that consortium.
Yeah. I think last time I talked with Janet and, is it
Well,
Elma?
I was trying to think we had that last meeting out there, doesn't Jackson, doesn't it end up out there anyway?
It goes on somewhere else, I'm
Oh.
not sure, like the main collection point, there is kind of like a
except, just drop off,
Yeah. But I think they were willing to talk about this.
I take it my comment about putting a fence on, put a fence. Are we gonna get into the mess?
We are not going to be in the middle of whatever mess there is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No, we just gotta address the
We're just
vacation.
about the road is between them, I take it that there's about the line, they don't agree on the line side.
Would expect there's going to be litigation between the two of them, yes. But we should not be a part of that.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know. Okay.
What's the deal with the road?
There was a road that, I don't know if it's ever been, nobody can find it, if it's ever been officially closed, and it goes up in brush. I take it that Jason went and cleared it out, and I'm putting up a new fence, not knowing it was a road, and then I take it from comments that they don't agree on where the line is, and that's as much as I know.
Did they have surveys or anything?
That, I can't answer.
No, Jason had it surveyed.
Jason had.
I thought I seen a survey flag out there recently.
Somebody made a comment, I don't know if it was Jason was put on that 8 foot, am I wrong, was it 8 foot mentioned that one of them probably should have been 8 foot this way or this way, or?
That's kind of what I heard.
So is the road, did you guys close the road?
We just heard a petition from him that they wanted the road closed, and we was gonna act on it today, and then Jason wanted more legal.
Now, did one guy object to having the road closed, is that right?
Mr. Carney said that if we closed that road, that he would object, but now, he didn't object, he said he I don't know if this is his word, he might object or he would object.
But it still takes a vote of the commission to approve closure as long as the two adjacent property owners were in agreement with it.
But isn't that access to his property, to Carney's, if he ever needed it?
You know, I don't,
Maybe if there's not a road there,
I think it's just, I've never went and looked at that shit, the way I took it, was just a bunch of brush.
I just thought it took one objection to keep the road open if they were a landowner on that road.
this doesn't touch.
Well, I think what Mr. Carney said was, he would object if we didn't close the whole road. I don't know if he didn't want to go through the procedure, I don't know what all involved that they had to do. And he wasn't opposed to closing the road, but he wanted his part of it, and all that, but there is two other landowners that, whether they object or not, that's Smith's Farms, if they would object or not.
There's only a portion of it that they would want, just a half mile, like they divided into those two. And there's no record, like I said, there's no record of it ever being closed. And as far as Albert knows, he's been around longer than me. Chuck and I have been. And he can't remember ever being a road, it's been a long time since it's been an actual road maintained ever since.
I think Mr. Hale stated he thought south of it,
He thought the south
that
part
the
had
south
already
had
been
already been
maintained,
closed. Whether it had-
which is the road that,
Calling it more like
Yeah.
Smith's Farms.
so.
I remember the new fence getting put in between Carney and Slutsball. I helped build that fence.
yeah, I believe the specific question was, as far as closing the remainder of that,
Yeah.
which so the record's going back quite a ways, trying to figure out when the road, if or when it was ever actually closed, or, you know, sometimes trouble finding the existence of it, kind of challenges those records.
What is this? Is this NEK?
This should be NEK, multi-tenure.
Oh, no, okay.
I don't know the codes, like what everything means, but it has like the numbers.
This is minor compared to what NECAP has for acronyms.
But I need to go see it, to explain it to me. That was, yeah. Yeah, so,
That's exactly what they're reading.
yeah, that's fine.
We had you guys scheduled at 3, do you wanna go ahead, cause we got like a 25 minutes, we can move, you wanna make it 3?
Mine ain't gonna take very long.
I just have a couple questions. Have you guys got the results on the reports on the bridges, the condition of the bridges back? Did they do an inspection?
Yeah,
I don't know if he's got quite all of them, he said he was really close.
yeah.
Do I?
I think he said he was really close, but I thought there was a few more coming in yet, so.
There were a few more that are still doing more detailed, I think, inspections. Some of the bridges required some more additional inspecting, depending on the type of bridge and if they found something or they need to check. I think state requirements are changing gradually, pretty drastically on some of those bridges, and they're requiring more data to be collected on.
It's gonna get tougher as years go on, how much, particularly the fracture critical bridges are gonna,
We crossed a couple of them kind of bridges.
you know.
I'm just curious if they've got the reports made yet or not on them.
Some of them might be done, but I don't wanna answer until Matt gives us official, I mean, they were gonna summarize, then they were gonna enter it into the GIS system too, and label everything, so we'd have a nice big, we could locate them, and all the information would be right there. I mean, if you want to look at bridge so-and-so, it'd have you'd be able to access what the report was, the way I understood it.
Yeah, I believe so.
So that'd probably take a little time to download that, but, as far as I know what you're saying, you just like to see what the report is, I mean, you know.
Have they finished have they even started the ones that are under 20-foot spans? Have they
Well, that's the
started
one
those?
I'm not for sure that they've got.
Oh,
to that
maybe
yet.
that's the hold up, okay.
I think the bigger ones are done, but I'm not for sure that we were doing a comprehensive
Yeah,
overview of them, so.
of everything.
While it was here, it wasn't gonna cost that much more, just
Right.
get us an idea and stuff, because it's hard to get an 18-foot dog by.
And we discussed this before, the bridge on the Vet Road, you know, have you guys discussed that any further, anything about widening it?
Well, it'll probably come in the bridge report and recommendations, depending on, you know,
Well,
I'm guessing.
I don't think the bridge report will have anything to do with the bridge though.
Is it like engineering, like re-engineering it, or is it?
Well, we discussed widening it before,
Yeah,
and
but that won't be the only one that's required, we've already had a couple other requests.
it's 16 foot wide, but, we're gonna need like a little over 17 foot to cross that bridge.
Need 18 foot.
We're gonna need 18 foot.
3 inches on each side.
Yeah,
He's better driver than you, he can get by with 17.
yeah, I probably could. And I personally don't think it'd take a lot of money to do that. I really don't.
I thought he had an estimate cost at one time.
Let me widen it.
Huh?
Let me widen it.
We can widen it.
Yeah, I know, I could do it too, but I mean, I know.
And that's another question. I don't know if you've driven around the county or not, but I have, and looked at some numerous bridges, and the banisters have been cut off them bridges. And a lot of them are still laying down in the creek. Now, why haven't they been replaced? I mean, can somebody answer that for me?
What size of the bridges are you talking, like, ones that are like under 20 foot probably, or?
No, they're over 20 foot.
I really don't think, I may be wrong, slap my hand if I'm wrong, I don't think the size of the bridge would affect whether the banisters should be, I would think they should be on, I don't know.
Now, why haven't they been replaced? And this one particular bridge on the Vet Road, they've been replaced. And it still actually had banisters on it. They were still on that bridge, they were still intact. They've just been widened out a little bit at the top. So, and I can't seem to get an answer.
Do you have a list of the bridges, that the other ones that had the rails?
I'm working on that.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to submit that, because I know I know there's one or two, I think, that they checked on one time, and it was because the state, something about the amount of drop, I mean, they really didn't, they weren't required now, I mean.
These bridges, they're a lot deeper than the bridge on the Vet and the creek.
And those things should show up on the bridge inspection.
And I got the reports from Matt, and I went through that big old thick book, and it was recommended that the handrails be replaced or fixed on numerous bridges. There's never been nothing done.
that's something we need to take under consideration, because I
I
do.
mean, I'd appreciate it if you would, because I think that, actually, I'm being treated unfairly on this, because my bridge has been narrowed up because the banisters are pushed out. These other people cut their banisters off and cross it, nothing done. And I never cut the banisters off this bridge, they never worked at all. I mean, do you see what I'm saying here? I mean,
All that information that you could provide for us would be good, you know, for your sake.
I mean, that's,
well,
this has gone on before.
You know, if you're.
and I don't wanna go around, I don't wanna be labeled as a tattletale or anything, you know, so, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand why them other bridge managers been taken off. They had the same problem I had.
Yeah, 'cause I think, what Mike's alluding to is Norm Bowers, he's a former KDOT engineer, and said any drops of 6 foot or less didn't require, railings, and especially like those, you see some of those small concrete ones, typically, they're not the big solid ones, but they're usually, almost like a couple posts put together. They're deemed more of a hazard than anything. We've got several of those, I think, that could probably meet that criteria to be completely removed, but in your case with the railings, I mean, yeah, if you have a list of them, or if you've seen them, we'd like to see it, I mean.
Yeah, there's several. I've been taking some pictures. I'll make you a
Well,
process.
if you just give us the location, because we'll be able to coordinate that with the AIS.
Well, Matt should know where them locations are, don't he kind of visually inspect them bridges himself? Or the bridge, road and bridge crew, or?
Visually, but I think,
The bridge guy.
well, Matt is probably now, because the other guy just got,
Here?
moved to that.
Well, that's what he was doing before, though.
That's what he was doing, yeah, so.
With that change, Alan Edelman retired and.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Chris Cover.
Chris Covers, he took over. It's-
Well, I think he was in charge of that chapter before.
He was the head of the bridge.
I think he was the bridge.
Yeah, he's talking about Alan, or the.
They combined the job.
Yeah, they combined the job now, but I think Chris had a job before.
Correct.
He just got more added to his plate.
And I think we discussed before that, you know, with this narrow bridge on the bed now, I gotta drive just about 7 4/10 of a mile, to go 50 feet to get to the other side.
Yeah, before, didn't even have to take the head off.
Crossing. For some reason, they come in there and put some super duty banisters on there, let me tell you.
How long ago was
How-
that?
yeah, do you know?
I mean, 'cause I think it was before any of us were on, do you know what year that happened, or?
I'll tell you who was on, was, guy that made Bishop's, Bishop and, Madden and,
Tom,
Tom Wagner, yeah, and we had a meeting out there, I don't believe,
That's probably.
Lee wasn't there, I don't think, but,
4 years ago.
yeah, it's probably.
meeting at the bridge.
Or close, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They said all the commissioners, well, it was during your time. It was probably had to be 8, 9, or 10, probably back.
How long you guys been in here?
No, Matt wasn't.
I came.
He said Jerry.
Yeah,
So.
I came on in 12.
Madden was on, yeah, Madden was on at the time, and you took his place, right?
Well, they finished the 1 year of a 4-year term. Because for some reason back in my mind, that was inspected at 8 or 9 or something like that, so that would probably make sense that after the inspection, if they were put back on because of the order of inspection or recommendation.
Yeah, they recommended the handrails be
Right.
pulled up, so I don't remember exactly how it was worded, but,
Right.
the bridge has got a really pretty good rating on it itself. I think it's rated like, what, a 49 or something,
That's
which is
good.
a pretty good rating,
I'd
really.
like to have more of it to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we asked to have it, you know, the abutments redone and widened, and, you know, you could take a 49 rating bridge, probably up to an 80 rating, and it'd last the rest of our lifetimes,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, you know, you need to kind of look at that too, that,
Yeah,
Even
well,
if it
it's-
costs-
we've got, there's a lot of 16-foot bridges.
A lot.
Everybody keeps, you know, saying.
I'm aware of that. We
Yeah.
crossed several, I believe,
Yeah.
but that's the main one we crossed.
Yeah, and we understand that, it's just a matter of, we're gonna have to come up with some kind of a logical, based on the amount of funding that we're gonna have too, and stuff, you know, so.
Okay,
It's
well,
a big, big thing.
that's just really all I need to discuss on that, so I'm sure.
Well, as soon as you, if you can just bring 3 or 4, it, you know,
Yeah, you don't have to have every, it's 2 or 4 would prove your point.
I don't want them guys mad at me.
why?
That's got to cross them bridges,
Well,
you know what I'm
if they're
saying?
not-
Ask the commissioners to check out road so-and-so, don't even mention the bridge.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that, it's not a problem.
Mhm.
Fact is, he's probably doing it right now.
Anyway, I called up Friday to meet with you. Where 310 Road comes into Kingman, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that at all.
That's in your area, 310.
Yeah, it's,
But you come over this hill, and it tees right into that road, and I about got hit twice this week on the road. And, I want that road moved to the top of the hill. The school bus goes in down that road twice a day, and when somebody hits that school bus, that's gonna be bad. You can't see, there's, all what you do to avoid it. I mean, the road needs moved to the top of the hill.
It's not, it's the land, it's not brush trees, it's.
No, it's, you come over this hill and you probably got from that side of the street to that wall to stop.
Where
And-
does that, would that be?
You could-
Close to your, King's quite a bit east, I mean,
it's
you gotta
east.
remember, boys, that you're.
it's east of Lancaster.
That's that first road east of Lancaster.
Yeah, and you go under that overpass, you know, the railroad
Big road.
overpass.
And then you just, it'd be 3 miles, 310 to
Is it
be
a stop sign?
3 miles, no.
Okay.
It'd
Before
be
that-
2 miles south of the stop sign of the road that goes from here.
That new
to-
house? Is that where that
You
new
got
house is?
stuff
on the
lives
right?
there in the brick house.
Who?
Judge Tucker,
Stubborn.
he's on the east side of the road. Just
Oh,
to the south of this intersection where he.
At first, I think talking about that one down the bottom of the hill from Furman's where.
No, I don't-
Does that, so,
But that is,
It's
you
gonna be
need to,
bad.
you really need to look at it to appreciate it. We haul a lot of grain out there.
that school bus route.
Yeah, my kids get on that bus and come out there.
The bus ends
That's
there
not a
twice
good
a day.
You know where it's at, don't you? We never built that brand new house, brick house.
Are you saying it's off Kingman?
Where 310 meets
So is
Kingman.
that,
Doesn't it kinda go-
it's just a T?
It's
Like,
straight.
it doesn't, oh, it's straight?
Just a T.
I couldn't remember if it kind of goes left.
Which road are you suggesting should be,
310.
310.
should be changed? So 310 should move up or down?
And Matt did, I went and talked to Matt, he did go put up a sign where it's dangerous intersection on top of the hill, but
So
by the time you see that sign and read it, it's
Yeah.
too late. I mean,
It
he
should.
did go do
There's
that.
kind of, when you come down that road, there's kind of a ridge that would take you right over to the top of the hill, and that's really where that road needs to go.
So is that county, is that township?
Township road.
Three Kingman's County, yeah, Kingman's County.
County.
County, yeah, King would be county, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no stop sign on 310 road?
There is, you gotta stop.
Mhm.
But 310 road's not the problem, it's Kingman Road,
Mhm.
the people driving down in.
Yeah.
You just can't get pulled out there. Semi's real hard.
We
School
we
bus
haul a lot of
probably
grain
just
out
as
there,
hard.
and, it's hard, you can't get out of the way. You know, you're loaded, you turn off the 310 on the Kingwood, you're going up this big hill, you just,
It's kind of a speed.
you're limited,
It's kind of a speed road.
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, 70 mile an hour, you ever see the smoke fly in the middle of that road?
There's a lot of high-speed traffic on that. Doesn't Adam Ponce live further up that road?
That had slowed them down a bit. I think they go faster when they're headed south now and see each home.
Yeah. Coming from the north's not an issue,
But,
traffic coming from the north.
I know the guys are busy, but school just started, and it just come across my mind. I got 2 kids on the bus, and my nephew's on that bus, and that bus is full. And that just come across my mind Friday, I'd like to get something done pretty quick if we could.
It's always better to do it beforehand than after that. I
Yeah.
don't know, landowners, would we have any problem there by moving it, or?
I don't know. I mean, that's just
Well,
something
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
have
have.
a township though, too.
Well, that's true.
Mhm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But, okay, so, you know where 286 road is,
If
right
you
here?
got Lancaster, West
So you're going
Township.
north, that's a railroad.
It would actually be the line, wouldn't it,
Somewhere over here.
of east and
I
west?
believe that is the line right there,
Roads
yeah.
are right over here.
That's Kingman is the line.
And then
Kingman
Hill and up here.
The next road over is,
Huge.
it'd be Lancaster East,
Must be yours, Chester.
which is what
do remember that sign, that a while back I noticed that sign, I didn't really notice it there over the years, always being there.
Yeah, but the sign's been there long, if it has a, people have to slow down that sign.
No, they don't pay it. Well, you see the sign that you're,
You remember?
it's your way, really.
Well, that-
I went out there and cut some trees down, I talked to Jim Sludgevall, and he let me cut a bunch of trees down, 'cause when I come up in the semi, I don't even stop. I cut enough trees down, you can see to the north, and what you can see there don't matter. I don't even stop, 'cause if you stop, you're really at their mercy then, you know.
Yeah, some of them deals, it's better to just keep right on going.
Yeah, it is,
If
and
you'll
it's,
break the flow a little
if you're in a car or pickup, it's really not a big issue, but boy, like the school bus and the,
If there's two of us around, like when we're moving combines or semis, somebody go up top the hill,
like.
way beyond, and say, stop. You know, a lot of, like the bus, she's alone. A lot of time I'm alone. Then I got every kid but one in my house drives, and I just hate to see something happen, you know. I just think there's something, moving the road would be probably the absolute best to get it on top of the hill, but I think there is something that can be done to at least limit the accident, you know. You can't stop an accident in a good four-way stop, so.
Do you think you can do it without moving the road? Are you saying that you think you can do something without moving the road?
I don't
think that's
know.
the only way to?
I don't know that. I'm gonna ask that the road be moved. That, I think that would probably be the best and easiest, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys.
We could probably ask, Cook Flat Strobel or, Norm Byers to come in and take a look at it.
If you move the road, the guy that farms it, you know, he ain't gonna be out none, 'cause then they'll have that part of the road. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's really gonna lose any land if you move the road. There's something that could be done either way. If you put up a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit sign, that ain't gonna work. I mean, I just don't think anybody's gonna even slow down for it. I think that would help your liability if you got hit, like if I got hit and they were doing 70, but, you know, if they kill me, that ain't gonna matter either.
It's kind of mute,
So,
I mean, you know, that's still a blacktop, I mean, King House blacktop.
Yeah, they maintain it at Blacktop Road, yeah.
Lancaster Township, right?
You know, east, it's a mile
They got some,
east.
don't they? Do what? Does Lancaster have some, which one is Township Street?
Shannon's got it.
Lancaster's right behind them.
Mhm.
Yeah, money issue.
I
No.
wouldn't think so.
Have you approached Lancaster?
No.
Yeah, that's so good.
I won't do, I said again.
I'm glad it's tied into a county road,
Yeah.
it's a big safety concern with the bus, so. Yeah.
You would look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just like a
one way off of Kingman, or does it go both ways?
Two
Uh,
ways.
No, it's just a T, the road's just a T, but it is open both ways.
Hayward goes
I
north.
thought you meant Kingman. I thought you meant
Oh,
Kingman.
Kingman, yeah.
310, you can only go from there to the east.
Yeah.
It is pretty high speed, I will say that.
Well, you know, blacktop.
But you'd have to, I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, you just have to go look at it and.
It's always been a concern of mine for years, but, you know, there's a lot more traffic on that Kingman Road now, and we use that road at 310 a lot more than we ever did. Of course, he lives there now.
That traffic will double once they get that fixed up there.
Yeah.
They've been working on that for what?
And there's a lot of semi-traffic on that road, like you would not believe at harvest time, there really
There'll
is.
be more once they get that road fixed.
Yes.
A lot of people have been going around because their road's so rough.
I don't blame them for going around.
Why are you bad? Look, they hate to run in.
That's probably the worst road I've ever been on in my life.
Today's Tuesday, and this week, I pulled out in front of two people so far, just 'cause you can't see them. I mean, there's,
Would've been nice if you go back in time when they opened that road, cause you know that hill was there before.
Sure.
Sure Kingman was probably there before it moved in.
You got a horse and buggy, you go slow.
Yeah. I thought, well, any accidents there. Well, that's all I think we need.
Maybe if you just get a couple of, we might just have to take a half a day and go do some.
Okay.
Or if you would give us those,
I'll give
just
you
a couple roads for us to go check, we can do that, because we really need to go look at this, other deal in question of, out there at Marlat's and that road, we wanna look at that situation too, so.
Okay.
I think it would make good sense, we could just spend 2 or 3 hours and go make that
Mhm. Yeah, 'cause right now it just says dangerous intersection, is that what that sign says?
Yeah, the sign says dangerous
But
intersection.
that hasn't been up there that long, has it?
No, there
it
was
used to
another
be a T
sign.
sign.
There was
Yeah.
a T sign, and then I said something to Matt, he said he put up a dangerous intersection sign, which I think he did that the same day, but like I said, that sign just, it don't mean anything really, I mean, by the time you read that sign,
So then basically, you're asking the commissioners to get involved, to have the township do something.
Well,
It may have to be a part, because
it's gonna be a partnership.
you got,
we have a right of way there.
I think that's 60 or 70 foot right of way on that road. Okay, and it could be an 80.
I think it's,
I bet it's 600 foot at least.
Probably would be eighty.
I think it's an 80.
You know, it could be an
I
80.
think it's 40 on each side.
So, yeah. No, I just, you know, whatever happens, it's gonna have to happen on the county road to fix it, or on the county road to fix it. You know, it's, the township can't do nothing on the township road to stop the traffic on the county road, you know what I mean? So,
We'll look at it.
yeah. That's what I want, thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
Yep. Back out in heat now.
Don't send things here.
Feels like August.
Yeah, well, it should be, I guess.
They never come on a 4-year.
Yeah, we was, I remember 3 years ago, it's like, our speed, we have a hard time getting over 50 bushels, we could, I'm sure we would have about 50 or 60.
We were just discussing 310 in Kingman, and they're concerned about the safety issues. They would like to have the road moved.
310 Kingman?
Yeah, they acknowledge.
Well, we just
they
need to
put
look
up a
at it.
danger intersection sign, but I'm afraid that school bus could get hit, or somebody could get hit. I don't know where it's at, I've never seen it.
I don't know.
Let's just schedule that for day or two, or take a look. That one, a couple of other things, other road closure things,
Now, them beans that didn't get hailed, they were making over 70 bushels on my place. Probably been the best bean crop I'd ever raised. Went to 6. Still run all that stuff through the combine. It's a long day. Well, thanks.
Very humbling.
Thank you.
Very humbling experience.
Yeah. We're just waiting on Jack, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that so that road, is that 234? 4, yeah.
We questioned about, Greg Garing putting up some signs about, and I thought it was right there at Kilkenny's, either on one side of the road, but I must be wrong. I don't know why there would be a kid sign there.
Yeah, it was in the minutes, it was, between 260,
Yeah.
and 250,
He claimed he put a,
458, something like that.
whether they,
Put them up on his road.
can he do that? I mean,
That's Sherman, I think.
He's put up a children's playing sign.
yeah, but he put up a I thought he put up a 20 up instead of a 30.
Well, see, that's what,
That's
I
what
wasn't
Selena
sure if,
does.
the township could do that, or if the commissioners.
I think you still have to do it by resolution, isn't it, like even with township roads?
That's,
I'm pretty sure it's a statute.
yeah, that's my understanding, is that you're the designer of the speed limits, yeah.
I know.
You know, to verify that with Warren, but that was my understanding as well.
Yes.
Oh, Mike, are you gonna be able to make it tomorrow, or?
Jeff's gonna say he might, his schedule doesn't, because
Yeah, I'll try and see what time is, you need to.
We'll leave my office probably about 11:30,
Okay.
and the meeting's at 1:30, that gives us a little bit extra time, it there.
So right down, is it down by their, down there on 56 Highway or something like that, or
Yeah,
Old 56?
yeah.
Oh,
just a lot of numbers.
Yeah, if they just want a hazardous intersection or something like that, that's.
They want the road
that's no
changed.
problem.
Yeah, they want 310 road to be realigned.
Be realigned?
Yeah. Or I suppose Kingman Road to be cut down, so. Cover the hill.
That was the other thing I wondered if they were gonna ask to. Well, 310 is straight. The Kingman is the one that has a curve, right? Well, that's what I asked him, I thought it kinda curves left, just slightly. 310, that's a straight road, right there at the intersection going both ways. It's Kingman that has a bend in it.
I think he was concerned about you can't see and whether it be true, he almost got hit, he's got kids on the school bus, and he says it's dangerous. I personally don't think I've ever seen it, so I can't.
I know it's a high-speed road, I think people are always speeding up and down. Okay, I'm thinking of Stucker, you know where Stucker? Where Jeff lives. Yeah. I was thinking the next intersection. I know, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a T road on 310 there.
Yeah.
It doesn't go west, just goes east. Yeah, because you put up a sign not too long ago, I noticed that. But how would you realign it?
Move it to the top of the hill, that's what he said.
Yeah, he wants to go move it through Sutter Yard.
Yeah, I don't know what's there. Is there a house there?
Yeah, there's a house right there.
Okay, well,
And there's a long-standing feud there too.
Is there any other options to make it safer without moving?
well, we can reduce the speed limit, I suppose, if you already have a dangerous intersection, sign there or something like
I
that.
don't think that's gonna help, that's just when I first went down that road. You just have to drive it once or twice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I.
Daylight,
Well, I don't
wanna get into, I don't wanna get into a neighborhood fight. I also don't wanna get school hit first, who, you know, maybe it never happened, maybe it happened tomorrow, I don't know. I don't wanna move the road strictly because of the feud.
Well,
Without seeing.
it's a bad intersection, I can't think of there ever being a wreck there, but.
Well, I think that's the other thing you have to answer, I mean, it's not to say it won't or couldn't, but there's a lot of intersections that you come out there, come out on 286th Road,
At Dickerson?
well, go up there, up Bourbon Road, how fast you pop over that hill, you're better off not stopping at my stop sign coming off Bourbon, that's a T road, people pop over that hill.
We'll see right there, just, west of. Edwards, that first
Yeah.
road going to the north, I think that's Dickerson, that's a bad one too.
Oh, yeah, that's, because somebody could be turning or coming off there and somebody pop over, because there have been people don't go over 35 miles an hour on that road.
Down there off the old 74 highway, up there where Tom Wagner lives, coming out on that road is bad too, you know, there's a lot of them around. Oh.
How near are
I know what you're talking about. That's what it's.
how near are we, David also asked, how near the bridge inspections are done? How near,
The bridge inspections are all done except for the 20-foot, bridge inspections.
See, that's what we thought.
That's what I told them. That's right. I don't know if Jack remembers maybe, or?
You said it was bad, but it's not.
No, that was Leavenworth Jack.
That left last night.
Two people.
Okay, hopefully you can reach out.
His ears must have been burning.
Didn't get a chance to even punch it in. Jack? Luke? So the 234th road is that way.
I've been getting emails from this guy.
We've got some other complaints, just if we're not gonna enforce it, why is it showing that
I actually drove down there right before I came up here. It is a long stretch that's 30 miles per hour through there that probably doesn't have to be.
And that guy lives right there, and he's, you know, usually it's the opposite. And he's saying that it should be faster, and his driveway comes along the road, so.
Where did it used to be, like right by the church or right in front of the church?
Yeah, but there's never,
45, wasn't it?
but there's never a resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the emails, he lives on that road, he should have some say. It's ridiculous, we don't, check for speeding, so why is it so long?
I mean, if we do something like kind of just east of that church down to that, is that the next intersection, not that far past the cemetery?
Yeah, that's Brooks Road,
Yeah.
going, from south there. You could go, that's probably about 500 foot of that road. You could go 500 feet each side of the church, or that'd be 1,000-foot stretch over there. That'd be about
Just
2
about-
miles on both sides.
So to get it
As
past
long
that,
as it goes over the hill, I think it'd be.
That'd be perfect.
just 500 feet, get it past like the cemetery?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Yeah, it'd be just past Cemetery Drive.
okay.
This is where Brooks is just past it, right? There's just a little drive right, it goes kind of around back to behind the church, basically.
That's a road?
It's technically a road, yeah.
I don't know what I know.
500 foot, man, get your passes. Get your passes.
You go 1,000, but that, I mean, that'd be 2,000 feet, but.
That'll get you past that road for sure, the old roadways.
Hope south. That'll go, but get you past that road.
Yeah, that road going south, it's right down there at the bottom of the hill, right below the church there, it's pretty close.
I think, the way I take it from the emails complaints, he's thinking more east of the church than he was west of the church, am I wrong?
Probably, but, I was, just for simplicity purposes, the distance to Rooks Road, or just past Rooks Road there. Same
I can
distance on the
measure
other
and
side.
see what it is from, the top right there at the church to the, west side of the cemetery, and, you know, if it's 500, 750, or something like that, then we can just do the same both ways.
I don't know if anybody would ever put it.
Currently, it's from Brooks Road to Sheridan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a quarter mile or is that an eighth mile?
Sheridan,
That's probably a quarter.
that's farther than that, that's almost a mile.
Yeah.
That's a mile?
Yeah.
It'd be,
Yeah, maybe a mile, yeah. I think when we said it, we did it for simplicity, probably just because that was the next crossroad going to the east.
So you're thinking about having 20, whatever, from the cemetery, from, say, or the
Same distance.
same distance on both sides, and then go from 20 to,
no, we're about leaving it at 30, and then go back to 50.
55.
So, was there consensus on what, how you want the resolution to read?
Yeah, I'll probably do that and measure it first.
It really doesn't make a difference how far you go past the cemetery. I mean, you know, you stop it right there at that unmaintained road just west of the cemetery.
Well, actually, Rooks Road is to the east of the cemetery though. The cemetery is on the other side of it.
Yeah, there's a field road there that's on the other side of it. Yeah, that it is.
Yeah.
I just forgot you go down there, I think,
But
sure they had that Chase, didn't that Chase go down?
I'm gonna amend what I said earlier, looking at the statute, KSA 1560, it says local authorities who have jurisdiction over county or township highways may determine, and then goes on to talk about safe speed. So local authorities who have jurisdiction over county or township highways. So that would suggest to me the township, I'll do some research on that before this week.
You think that gives them the authority to do that?
I think on a township road, maybe the township's decision, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but this is on Sherman Road, right?
Well, he's going back to, I think, what we were talking about earlier about, Gary putting up some signs on the township road.
Right.
I thought that was on Sherman Road, we stepped between.
No, it's on, Sheridan.
Oh.
That little rock road that goes right up past Kilkenny.
East?
It's on the east side of Sherman.
Back in there, not Joe, and west, and start.
He comes out of Joey Scott's junkyard.
Yeah.
And then it goes
Oh, I know where you're at, yeah.
through there,
Okay.
comes out of Kilkenny then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just drove through
I thought it was on
there.
Sherman, that's why when
Yeah.
I read the minutes, like, I didn't see the road, and so I said, well, if it's on Sherman, we got kind of probably an issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think we need to measure that road before we,
Well,
you get that, whatever that road number is, and 500 feet east of
St. Pat's
St. Pat's
Driveway,
Church.
or the hill.
Well, you have
Yeah.
to figure out how long it would take you to slow down from 55 to 20, is that any variance of how many feet you put that sign in?
You said 30.
well, we would just put a 30-mile-per-hour limit sign, and then up, say, 500 feet in front of that, we'd put a speed limit ahead sign, so that would give you a warning.
Yep.
There you go. Speed
Yeah,
limit.
so we just reset it, wouldn't it?
We were just talking about speeding on Kingman. We had farmers coming up about 310 from Kingman Road intersection, realize.
There's a W lives right on the hill at 326.
Cox.
But yeah, that's what I had.
But, yeah, they do fly down that road, but.
What roads don't people?
Right, yeah. That's a popular cut through for kids going to Highland. too.
I don't think we've had any concerns about any other roads that we did the resolution on speed limits, have we, or?
I haven't heard anything else.
So changing the subject a little bit, Jack, I don't know whether you informed the commissioners about the inmate situation. If you'd like to.
We have an inmate that's, been
Is it off the record? It should be.
No.
No,
It's
it's not, it's
public.
public record.
It's public.
He's got some special medical needs that, we can't handle in the jail, so we, put him in, nursing home for now, and we have a guard with him at all times up there. It's mandatory minimum sentencing is more or less the reason. He was on house arrest, wasn't following house arrest, so the judge sentenced him to a year in jail. And, I think last weekend alone was, what was that price, I don't remember.
I think it was $875
$875, that's with the overtime paid and,
$155 a day for the nursing home.
Could he be sent to a place like Woodward?
it's not a, it's a misdemeanor charges and, drag them all suspended, that's what it is. And,
They put him in jail for a year.
yeah.
And we can't do this like at Medicare rates, or?
That,
They'll be.
that is the Medicare rate, is or Medicaid rate is $155 per day. The expense is we have to have somebody there 24/7, he's in judge custody, so.
What medical stuff does he need that we can't provide? Someone give him medication?
Just high risk of infection in the jail is one issue, and,
Yeah, I'd suggest taking that to the executive session of some sort to discuss the medical situation.
so I don't mention a name, maybe.
I'm extremely confident that the sheriff has done everything he could to try to maintain elsewhere.
He said, how much was it, just in the first week?
It was $800 from Friday night at 5 till Monday morning. And that doesn't include medication or any medical costs.
For a year?
That's what he's got, 52 weeks. Just a medical.
I think we figured at $18 per hour, which would be the overtime rate for somebody making 12. And it's actually probably a little low because we didn't put in FICA and work comp and unemployment and those things. That's 432 for a 24-hour period, plus 155 is FICA. So we will be trying to, we will be looking at trying to find some other alternatives, I think.
Yeah, I think maybe go a little more detail, but go to the executive session. If we're allowed to.
Let's take a look if we can.
Did you have patients or not patients that,
Yeah, do we have something with you first?
I have an appointment at, 2:30.
Okay.
Before we go into the executive session, though, just so I know exactly what I need to do, then I guess I need to go down and measure from the church to the west side of the cemetery, see how many feet that is, and probably report back next week. I'll get with Pat and report back next week, and
Yeah, I think it's too hard from the distance to that, you know, the solar zone, I think is probably what it was,
I'll do that then, and I'll let Pat know, and so we can be working on that resolution and come back up next week.
We do amendments to that resolution, or do we have to pass a new resolution?
I think we pass a new resolution. The problem, if we just do it piecemeal, is 20 years from now, somebody looks at it, they'll have to go back and find.
That's why I like to do it.
Exactly. So I would like to repeal the earlier one and adopt the new one. There are two matters related to security. Well, but that's only if it would jeopardize such security measures. Matters relating to actions adversely or favorably affecting a person as a student, patient, or resident of a public institution. So that can be made public at the request of the patient or the person. So that's the only thing I'm saying that would give authority to have an executive session about it. And that's case 75-4319 B5. Matters relating to a patient or resident of a public institution.
Yeah.
Well,
10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to go into executive
Yes.
Up on for 10 minutes. Do I need to state that? I need to state the numbers.
Did you get the number already? Yeah, you got the number? Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
So 2:30 then?
Yeah.
All we do is in Kansas City get 6 kids were killed or whatever, I don't know what that's really.
I think the worst intersection on that road is down from you by Furman, that where it kinda goes like,
And like you mentioned, there's several.
it kinda side, I don't know how to explain it, kinda, it's like a small S or slight S through like a tube and a small bridge, and I would think if there's accidents, it'd be at that intersection, maybe, but.
There's several, like you said, after Tom's, the highway.
Yeah, if you start looking at, there's a lot of those intersections around.
They could get like, you know, that would be like ideal, like, the state would do that HHR, and they would do like multiple intersections, instead of like one segment of a road, they would do like multiple intersections like that, that would benefit us. I don't know if they could really do that.
If it is that bad, you could make it one way going to the east. Or maybe suggest to the school board that they route their buses so that they don't come out.
Well, it's a dirt road going out the other way, and I'm getting ready to throw my condition out, I do anyway.
Then they gotta be on there to turn around.
Yeah, they turn around at Walmart Drive.
That reminds me, don't forget, we need to talk to them about, 262 intersection. Somebody else, Leroy Anstis had said something about, he was worried about what buses will do on Rollins.
I talked to the school district.
Okay.
And they were supposed to, find a different place.
Mind you.
Is that where they ended up doing?
Yeah, because I seen here, Steve called me first, and I said, well, you need to talk to you to get the real specifics. And last time I talked, I said, you get it, oh, yeah, he said, we work out something behind you, and that's what I'm gonna pick up.
That's what I suggested, I went out and talked to, Charlie and Jeff in out there at the bus shop, and that's what I suggested, I'm getting a hold of Pine View, because I knew.
So what intersections of both?
As far as,
They stopped over at Rollins and 262, that's what his concern was, we had to still do that too.
I'm not sure if it's still starting over there or not.
He claims they did, but I could be wrong, I could.
Matt.
What's that?
Oh, I thought Jeff printed it under that ad.
No, I went downstairs.
I can print this off on my iPad.
Can you?
Yeah, you done yet? Just get download the app. It's like Rico with print machine. It searches in by like West River address.
Okay, there's a special local bridge improvement program.
Is this what you're reading?
Yes, tomorrow. I'd like to get kind of an idea today, and then go to the meeting tomorrow, and then probably have to finalize it next weekend, because we'll run out of time, this has to be turned in by September 15th, that's correct. This grant is a 90-10, we pay 10%.
Is that turnkey, in other words, there's no hidden engineering fee or anything like that?
That includes, it's 90-10 on all engineering, everything covered.
Because it's not gonna be an in-house deal.
Right. It has to be contracted. But it's for, bridges, they're targeting bridges from 20 to 50 foot long, fracture critical, and, less than 100 vehicles per day. And when you get less than 100 vehicles per day, you don't have to do all the guardrail stuff. So it can be basically our standards, like a Husker Steel Bridge, for instance. Okay, the deal is, it's a maximum of $120,000 per bridge. if you decide to close another bridge that's structurally deficient, that goes up to $160,000. So they're basically giving you $40,000 to close the bridge, to get off their,
They got one less than me, because
that's my first choice.
there has to be.
I actually rated the bridges, categories 1 to 7, you'll see there on the front page, the different categories I rated them at, how I rated them. On the second page, they're in order from top to bottom, how they're rated. The ones that are in the gray, those are fracture critical. Those are the ones we really need to try to get rid of, because they're the ones that's gonna cost us on our bridge inspections. And if you flip through that rating system, I included a page that's called fracture critical notes. And if you'll see, the second bridge is Bridge 330. It's 278 west of Anderson. It's 42 foot long, sufficient rating, 28.7. It's got a ATD of 40 vehicles per day. That's actually my first choice to turn in for on this grant. Then if you go down a ways to my number 2 pick is actually bridge number 100. That's 326 west of Decatur. That is actually the bridge just west of Decatur inside the county lake is where that's at. That little bridge that's,
Bridge on the east.
it'd be on the east end of the lake there.
We just did one out there.
Yeah, we did the one, the one west of there.
Just west of there.
Yeah.
With those tubes, or was those tubes or that bridge?
That's a bridge, yeah. That's actually my second choice. It's got an ATD of 48. Unless the commissioners foresee something happening possibly to the lake, I think there, even if something would happen to the lake, there would still be our county road going through there. So right now, that's my second choice.
That one on Antwerp, I think I know what you mean. That's not Bannister, it's big Bannister.
It's just got little, it's actually a fracture critical bridge, but it isn't a truss bridge.
It's got short Bannister.
Yeah.
Is that?
That number 2 choice, couldn't that be?
I know where you're at, yeah. All right, that's next to.
I don't think so. It's a 58-foot bridge. You wouldn't think it, but when you go out there and look at it, it's 58 foot long.
16, 18 foot, speaking. But that doesn't drain that much, does it? Because that ridge is not too far south of there. Or north of there, it'd be north of there.
It would be, see, I'm not sure, it goes to that bridge, but I'm not sure if anything comes in from up on Knutsen's or not. Comes down over there. It probably ran both directions.
You could take $160,000 and do any of these? In other words, would
I
we
don't-
have to make up, say it come in?
We'll probably have to make up a little
We
bit. I
have
don't
to make
think,
up the difference.
everybody I've talked to doesn't think the 160 will pay for one.
Cause then we get into that, I looked at one down,
Yeah.
and that was how long was it?
It is, it's 60 foot.
60 foot.
By the time you get, I don't know, it just depends, cause it's going to be something that has to be bid I don't think we'll have to make up a lot, but I'd be surprised if that fully covers it.
That bridge on Elk Creek was right at 100, wasn't it? 97. And how?
Yeah, but that's what we did all,
You know, but how big a bridge is that? That's 40.
that's, 40 or 50. It's probably 50 for,
And then why couldn't you get it out of there?
because you can't, this, grant, you can't do the work yourself. It's gotta be contracted out. It's part of a stimulus package also, they're trying to get, construction going. That was my biggest complaint about this grant, was if they would've given us that money, let the county do their own construction, probably could've built 2 bridges instead of 1, for the same money. But that's not how the grant is.
It's kind of a stick on.
You could award a contract to MJB.
Those are my top 2, I debated about 3 and 4. I'm not sure if, yours is a number or not for 3 and 4, but actually, on my sheet, I actually flip-flopped those around, and I don't think yours got changed, but, I actually don't know what the number,
Both of them are on Graham,
yeah.
one's on 250 and one's on
254 east of Graham, and, Graham south of 250. That was my only question, as of if you guys, wanted to do something with that county link road, but even if something happened in the line, we're still gonna be a county road.
Yeah,
through that.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it has to be maintained again. If there's only a part of the south, if something ever happened, that, pretty much that whole north side's gotta be maintained as a county road. Now, most of the south side can be closed up to, well, you get close to the east, I think I figured you could probably close it, but otherwise it's not. The whole north side's gotta have to be maintained.
That's what I was gonna say, whatever happens to the county leak.
Yeah,
They still gotta make.
yeah, it really wouldn't matter. It's still gonna
You
be-
gotta have a road, one road through there.
Now, maybe some of the roads can be closed, but that road.
Well, if you go out there, you'll find that pretty much the south side of that lake can be closed until you get to where the Torkelson driveway comes in there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty close to the east end of the lake, so.
That would be my suggestion then, my number 1 pick is pretty much cut and dried. Looks like the way I look at it. And the number 2,
So.
I would suggest turning in 2 bridges. We're probably only going to get 1, but I would suggest turning in 2 in case they have a little bit extra money left over.
Yeah, we
We
can
could-
turn something back, or they don't want,
Right.
that's pretty common.
Yep. And I would pick that 330 as our number 1 pick, and then number 2 is our number 2 pick, and that way, if there was something extra that wasn't used, and at least my name would be in the hat for it.
I got another question. Is it a maximum closing 1 bridge, or if we close 2 bridges, we get 80,000?
No, yeah, you can close as many as you want, you're only gonna get
40,000.
40,000. I actually asked that same question.
Because that would be, financially would be good, and also be for reason of closing some of the bridges that needs to be closed.
Yeah, I asked that, and I actually called, Ron Sykes and asked that same question, and he said that,
He's probably gonna know though, once we get the rest of that bridge inspection, all this thing within the 20 foot, he's probably got a pretty good idea, like which one's probably the.
That, if you replace that bridge on 278 and close the one on 294, the person affected is gonna gain on the one and lose on the other.
yeah, that's, my number 1, that's my question, do you wanna get $40,000 to close the bridge, which I think we should do. My number 1
That's a
choice,
good reason to eliminate bridge.
yeah, Number one choice is to go with the 330 bridge, 278 west of Anderson, and close L, .0-2.9, which is 294th west of US 159.
And also, the bridge you're closing, by fixing this new one, if it's gonna help, there'll be less resistance.
And this bridge we're closing is actually 128 foot long. It's gonna be one of the most expensive ones to inspect also.
Now, I presume that is on county road, township?
That's a township road.
And
Dirt road.
And then what, will they close the rest of the road? Or that-
No, we just close the bridge, it's up to township, they'll maintain it so people can have access in either way to get to the farm. It's
Only
only,
we will cure that, we will officially take it down.
Yes.
there's only two farms involved, and they really only got a detour of half mile each way. They got access to the highway, so it's not a real big deal. It's right west of me, a mile and a half. And they've known that the bridge is gonna be.
Miles not very hard, we're not gonna do it.
No, but I'm saying this other new bridge is gonna affect some of the land on the other side of the county too.
You know, if that's what you suggest, it's fine with me.
Okay, that was pretty cut and dry. My second, choice is for the number 100 bridge, County Lake. And actually, the bridge I suggest that we close on that one is 16.9-N.5, section of Kiowa north of 310. It's just, and that bridge is just north of Chucky Ballmer's house. It's only a 3.1 mile detour route. The bridge is on a half mile line. And that bridge is, it's a fracture critical bridge. It's a dirt road. The ADT on it is 5. Yeah.
With the past and what's going on in the future, I would probably be not in favor of closing that.
Well, that won't get closed, that'd be the second year.
What's that?
Oh, you wouldn't get none, I mean, if you're
The
looking.
chances are we're not gonna get the second one, but
There's some valid points why it should be closed though, too. When you close it, do you just like tear it down, or?
we would tear it down, you'd have to, put some delineators up, bridge closed, and then they'd have to put up, some barricades there.
You have to have, Pat, we have to have hearing for those things.
Not to vacate any problem, I think, or not to close the bridge, no.
Would it be
To
though,
vacate the bridge.
would if I want to publish it, so if anybody wanted to make a comment on it, they could, I mean.
Sure.
I mean, we could notify them, just tell them if they want to come to the commission and make comment. I mean,
That is, 51.8 foot.
I know that, but I'm just thinking they're gonna think this is another personal jab, and I'm not,
It's actually-
give you a chance about closing it, I'm just thinking.
Yeah. It's in the bridge report, suggests to, replace the bridge, because it's on a half a mile line, and it's got ADT of 5. I can't justify spending the money to ever put a new bridge in there, to be honest with you. And I wish it wasn't where it was, because I know that there's gonna be some hard feelings, but
well, it'd be 2 less bridges you'd have to pay the inspection fee on next year. And, we could be looking at $4,000-$5,000. These standards go.
Can I ask a dumb question? That way it doesn't look like we're picking on them, because they're gonna think this is personal, and we're picking on them, and that's my opinion.
So that's a question.
And,
We close a couple more.
you know, I brought up a list of them here a while back that we were going
I don't think
to
you
look
told
at.
me you had it, but you never did show it.
What's
Would
that?
would they be on here, some of these other ones?
I didn't bring that with me, because I was focusing on picking out, what we want to turn into this grant.
Well, this one, like, Dolby, that's the one we're replacing?
That's one we're replacing.
Oh, okay.
That's just a list of, it's got all the three ton bridges on it. The one on Kyle is actually a 6-ton bridge, but,
You're right, the numbers show it in bad shape when it's shown before, you're right. Yeah, it's not like it's,
It's rated at 6 ton, but with, with the inspection, would it meet 6 ton rating?
I believe it is. I'll look real quick, but.
Because that's hardly enough rating to get a semi, I think. You couldn't take a semi over for 6 ton.
And these are all bridges that could not be replaced with tubes because they're too big.
This, particular bridge, no, there's no way you could put a culvert in there. It's possible, there's 2 bridges in that, mile section, a mile there. That was one thing I was gonna bring up possibly if we close this bridge, you know, the other end is a low rate, weight limit also, you know, we'd be looking at making a better bridge possibly up there.
We wouldn't be landlocking anybody. Could we get the township to, buy into this and then recommend this as well?
Okay, I recommend it.
You always want to know.
No,
Well, they're still gonna think that's personal matter.
I don't know.
Maybe we need to talk to all the townships and say, look, we got X amount of dollars and we got this much. You guys are gonna have more play in this. We're gonna have to close some of these bridges and roads down and have to get some input from them.
Right, and that's what, I'm gonna have a list, I'm putting together, you know, this bridge replacement program. And that's gonna be something that's in there, but, we're kinda under the gun here because we have to turn in for this grant.
Yeah, you just have to turn it over to it.
That's all we have to turn in, is one.
I would suggest that you, if you're gonna do away with one bridge and another one, add maybe a couple to the list. Do away with it.
I'd go with that.
It will look, and I don't wanna bow down to them, but if the shoe's on the other foot, I would start to say, you know, this is personal. I'll leave it say that.
Right, and I understand because I would be the same way. I assure you that's not what's going on. I wish this bridge wasn't where it was. It would be a lot easier.
What was the expense, I think to widen their road? Is it possible to widen that one bridge?
That bridge?
No, the one bridge up there on.
Lamette.
Right. I've got I can't remember the exact figure, I've got the,
54,000, wasn't it?
it was something like that's pretty high. I've got it in my desk there at the shop, but I can't remember the exact figure. But it was high.
And I don't think your AET's that high, or anyway, but it is.
No, it's,
And that's.
it's like 10 or 15.
Yeah.
I could feel that conversation today. They're starting to do their homework, they know what that bridge is rated. And I don't know how, if they bring us proof. I don't want to go up that way.
ADT on 10.
Maybe we should have went ahead and closed that road, would that have been an easier solution? They want that road closed.
You know, I thought about that later on after that. You know, I thought to keep it open, but after I got to thinking about it, but there was other people up here that wanted it open, you know, stay open. But it would have,
That was more or less in there, but few that actually using it.
Maybe, you don't know, you're assuming. Sometimes they got valid reason over and above that too, so you can't draw a conclusion.
If you do close a road, you have to pay damages to anybody who's hurt on it, so there's cost associated with closing the road too.
So is it like so much per mile, or how do you determine what that amount
Well,
is?
it's determined in the same way damages for anything else are, if the amount that reasonably compensates the person.
But you're not obligated to pay a petitioner, if they have a petition to close the road.
Right, but other people that use the road
Right.
would be entitled to damages. And I could print you the cases, but there are some pretty big claims for damages for closing roads that other counties have faced. So the suggestion that they've made, County Councilors Association has made in our CLEs is to make them in minimum maintenance roads rather than closing them, because there's no damage requirement there.
Minimum maintenance, that means township.
Probably it's bleeding every other year.
well,
I have no problem if that's your recommendation.
I'll go to this meeting tomorrow, and if it's fine, but,
Yeah,
And-
I'll let you know by tonight if I can go. Yesterday, so.
I can do a little bit more work on this, this week, and I'll report back to you next Tuesday. Right now, we'll tentatively go for sure with the 330 and close the other bridge at 294 plus of 159, and, if I hear something that would sway my decision, you know, one way or the other, and, I'll do a little more, work and research. And I think, I'm pretty sure Norm's gonna be down at this meeting tomorrow, I might talk to him a little bit about it too. And possibly, if we do turn in for a second bridge, I can expand my proposed list and add possibly 1 or 2 more bridges.
So these replacement bridges, I mean, they wouldn't require bannisters?
They would have, you would have to have, just like any of the Husker steel bridges, it would have a low
Okay.
guardrail on it,
But it's gonna be a wider bridge anyway,
26 foot.
26 foot, so that.
That's a nice bridge down there, Owl Creek, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
it'd be the same thing.
Yeah.
That's a nice, very nice bridge. Very nice.
And that one at the very top on Freshman Circle, that's, we did get the off system on that?
I can't say, but,
Oh, it's not officially awarded.
yeah,
Okay, I just couldn't remember, I saw the top of the list, then you said the next one down, and everything. Okay.
One there, you said you could replace one of those bridges, replace it with a whole road. Of those 6 that you don't ever wanna pay by closing 2 of them, and 2 of those get replaced, well, you've got 65. So, 40, 60.
yeah,
Yeah.
I called them up and, told them I needed to know because I wanna know what prejudice, you know, I turn on this and I wouldn't know why.
Oh.
So, unofficially, so.
I had some suggestions on how to screen it,
That should be out in a week or 2.
that's good.
Have you been down, of course, this is not usually, the overlay that they put on Highway 73?
Oh.
It's terrible.
Really? The new part they're doing?
You sound like in your car, like you're driving on a rock road. They put like a chip and seal on top of it.
Really?
They put hay down, but it seemed like it's a little bit coarser than what we use. I don't
It sounds
know.
like you're going down a rock road.
Haven't been down there.
It's nice and smooth, but just
What,
annoying.
did you just go around the vacuum there down there, or?
No.
No, north of there. I'm not talking about where the carrying concrete is. I'm talking about from St. Pat's South.
I guess I haven't been there since they did it.
Shoot, they just paved that like, what, a couple years ago?
When did they put that on there?
Maybe
What, a week ago?
Oh, yeah, I haven't been down there. I'll probably go that way
Have you
tomorrow.
been down that way, Pat?
Yeah, I got.
Have you noticed the noise when you go over that?
Yeah, and they have the center line marked, and they don't have the size, and I wonder if it's gonna get better after a few weeks of travel or
Well,
not.
I thought maybe it would.
But their problem is they're using too big a mat. They need to get smaller stuff. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah.
I'm real happy what we've been using.
Well, I think ours in here better. I don't know. It just seems like they have like
It is.
more rock to oil ratio.
It does different.
Not like what they did, but it seems like it's like a lot more paid out to oil. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Like I said, I'll probably go that way tomorrow, so.
You notice it.
I do have a few POs here. I didn't email them because my phone broke. We had to hire Schwab Eaton to do a load rating. The bridge at 238, just east of 59, that we just built, was that last year? That'd be just, east of Wayne Speed Lot there. We had to do load rating on it, it was $665.50. That was per, KDOT's.
Part of the recommended,
Well, it's part of, you have to do it,
we build a new bridge and then we have to get it ready.
yeah.
Find out if they're doing quality work. Yeah. I wonder if that's something we should be putting in stacks to,
Well, do we build it ourselves?
like, so how good a job did you do?
Evidently good for the pass the load rating, so. Which, actually there is a posted weight limit on the bridge, so. The next one I have, they were having a sale on OM3 sign, which is the tall markers with the stripes on them. I got them for like a little over $14 a piece, and they're usually almost $17 a piece, but I had to buy 100 of them. Got a PO here from National Sign for $1,642.80, and there's actually some other signs included in there. There's a 30 deal. And then, last but not least, I have a PO here from BG Consultants. On the Bouldridge project, it was part of the deal that we had the property staked before any construction was done on it. We had the, Terracom came in, they bored, the test piles for the bridge. To have it surveyed and staked, it was $1,342.61.
That was part of the risk, that's not.
That was part of the deal with the Bouldridge Trust. And that was just to show them that we're, you know, monitoring.
Grab my arm. On the arm. Whatever you do, don't pull his finger.
Oh, that's right.
That's all I have.
You know, when I can get this done, before, I know you have to give it to your voting delegate.
I second it.
Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Yes, when is the, November?
12, 13, and 14.
So what you call it, your
Yeah, same.
And I will nominate first alternate Mike Bodenhausen.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Well, this is, yeah, no, it's 12, 13, and 14.
I think they need a second alternate, so I'm going to go for the second alternate.
Second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Okay, now Pauline, do you want me to write a personal check to Atchison County for that $150, or make it out to whoever? You know, we discussed this earlier.
Yeah, we'll make it to KAC.
KAC, okay.
That'd be the simplest way, then there's no way in that, there's nothing.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
You want me to give you a call tomorrow, Jeff, or?
We just text you tonight and let you know. I should know tonight, go ahead, if we got something lined up. I'll try, I'd say it's probably slightly less than % chance I can.
Whatever, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, if I don't hear from you, I'll text you or something.
Okay.
Sorry, I would like to know, we got some issues at home to take care of, so.
All right.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep, thank you.
How soon do we want to act on the county lake resolution?
I think we should close it if they want to work for 4 months, if they do so much.
Yes, well, I played phone tag with Justin Farrell at K-Camp, talking with him about the concerns that you all had. Might be a good idea to do that before, because at least a couple of our issues that we're talking about come into play there. All right, so football's done, okay. That's good enough for me. I did,
Okay.
I do have some good news too,
Oh, yeah.
if we're there. The county treasurer had been cited in contempt and bankruptcy court for not issuing a tab to someone who filed a chapter 13 bankruptcy. We have a hearing on that today, and other than the fact that it was about 5 hours of our time to go and sit until our case was called and then have our call, the court found that we had violated the automatic stay and that those sanctions were appropriate, which I really thought was going to be a ruling at the beginning. That's some good news. So. I'm sorry?
What was the cost associated with that?
Just my time. It wasn't overtime, it was just your regular time. That cider slush was good. I didn't get it all finished, and I took it home, and I thought it even looked better that night after it aged a little more. So he found me, I found a new place to stop on my way to Topeka now. That Reese's, they got a little store. Cider slush. I've never let them get cold, or warm, so I don't know.
Good place.
Yeah, I was reading through, I would like to recommend that the chairman might get ahold of Melanie and see if she could come up here in the near future sometime, just to make sure that we have all the balances transferred properly, and kind of see what her schedule might be as far as it goes. And, 'cause I remember when she's up here and talked to her, she said it's very important that we switch it from one system to another and make sure that's all done, so.
From the AS400 to
Yes,
CC.
I would, if it's consensus, why don't you check and see if we can get her up here sometime.
I'd second that if it's a motion.
I think it's consensus to,
I would agree.
Review process.
yeah.
We want to make sure that we get started off right.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be, she'll have it's built into her contract, and, or built as an addendum to the contract, that if it does extra work, it's so much an hour, so we will be
Yeah,
Well, I'm probably good for either. If you do, if it's this week, probably Thursday or Friday would work for me, if, depending on what her schedule is.
so we're probably gonna need to schedule a work session, gotta find out what time she's available.
Yeah, see what she's available first. Thursday morning, mid, early afternoon, but I probably had her home pretty much.
Well, can we just let Paul in the room?
Yeah.
If you find out, if you get an answer from her, just let her know that it's posted. Just, yeah, we wanna do, we might set a session with that, try to go on with that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pat, 20 minutes maybe? For our attorney-client.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I would move that we would have executive session with county counsel for attorney-client privilege information, for a period of 20 minutes. And to include the commissioners and county counsel.
Coming out for 27.
22. Let's make it quarter till, here about time we get everything done.
Can we then close at that time, how much people?
Oh, we want to go, I don't know, do you have anything else? Elaine, you have anything else for us? Okay, well, let's, we'll let you know that, we'll.
Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I hear back from Melanie, she's a,
So 20 minutes?
Yeah, well, so, yeah.
oh, that's quick, she would just respond, she could be here at 9:30 on Thursday. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
You don't know?
Be ready, you know, something to come up.
Well, yeah, I'll try, something like that, but that's, yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
So 9:30 on Thursday morning, we'll have a work session.
Yeah, the only thing I.
So how long, 9:30 until when?
I don't know if we'll have to be here the whole time, that's while she's doing it, but I mean, give us 2 hours at least.
It just depends on whether or not, yeah, if we have to, we probably have some budget for it.
Yeah, about 9:30 to noon, let's just put 9:30 to
Yeah,
noon.
good enough, yeah.
Does that work? Okay.
But you should be at a meeting in the afternoon.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, 10:30.
Sounds good to me.
Gonna change that.
Just put on there, you come out at 3:45.